Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Chelsea Botchke. I am going to be guiding you through today's LiveWire from implementation to success, a guide to deploying AI voice agents. And before we get started on how AI voice agents can be deployed into your current systems or how it's revolutionizing industries around the world, I am going to introduce you to SignalWire. So if you are new here, welcome. If you're not new, maybe you'll learn a little something extra about what SignalWire is and what we represent. SignalWire is at the forefront of what we call programmable unified communications, or PUC for short. This category goes beyond traditional CPaaS platforms by offering a more flexible, scalable, and developer-friendly communication infrastructure. It's built by developers for developers. And SignalWire's Call Fabric platform makes it easy to build advanced communication solutions without the usual headaches or the infrastructure management. So let's kind of talk about why you're really here, though, is AI voice agents. At SignalWire, we do understand that communication is the backbone of any business, but we also know that most businesses are often overwhelmed by how to keep up with the advancements of communication technologies in general, especially how AI is exploding and how you can efficiently use it without breaking the bank. So, this is where SignalWire's AI voice agents come in. Our AI powered voice solution integrates into your existing communication infrastructures without a rip and replace situation. So, our platform makes it easy to deploy these agents, allow them to handle customer calls in real time, respond intelligently to queries, and route those more complex issues to the right human agent the first time. Overall, we're making your current and potential customers happier. And at the end of the day, if they're happy, you're happy, right? All right, let's get into the nitty gritty. So, right now, every company from Google, Apple, Microsoft, even small local businesses are all using AI in some way, shape, or form, right? So, it's no surprise that it is one of the fastest growing technologies, as it's the main focus of typically reducing complexity for businesses and its employees to save money, but still give customers a streamlined experience that allows them to get their issues resolved. But at the end of the day, you're not using your human agents or human employees for these remedial tasks, and you can assign them something a little bit more complex that requires their attention. So, first things first, customer service automation. So, AI agents are now accurate enough to handle 70 to 90% of routine customer inquiries without human intervention. They do that by leveraging natural language processing and advanced automation. There are three technologies right now that are transforming customer service across the board. That is digital customer service, conversational user interfaces, and generative AI. The common theme with these three technologies are their ability, again, to streamline the customer journey and enable that customer service leader in charge to meet the customer's growing expectation. It's actually predicted that by 2025, which is not that far away, by the way, that 80% of customer service and support organizations will be applying AI technology in some way, shape, or form to improve agent productivity and customer experiences. The one that I do want to highlight the most here is digital service offerings. So the main focus is for a seamless conversation orchestration across digital channels. That means that whether you call in on a traditional phone line, chat through a browser, send a text, the customer expects to have that same experience and outcome across all of those different channels. The desire for self service combined with the emergence of conversational AI has led to an evolution of most engagement models. So, what we're seeing here is actually the emergence of a completely new area of customer care that they're now calling digital customer service. So, what we know as the norm today is pretty much going to be the norm moving forward. Digital customer service is going to transform the customer experiences and outcomes by reducing friction, reducing churn, and enhancing their satisfaction. It is important to stay on top of this idea of conversations across all channels. As we are seeing right now, it's being implemented by most companies already, but it's beginning to become the expectation from the customers. So, not just this new idea of AI. Across the board, they're actually expecting to have this experience. So, it's making that integration a little easier. So when it comes to that, things like AI appointment scheduling, right? With automating customer service, we see a demand and capabilities like appointment scheduling. AI voice agents can easily be equipped to manage appointments, reservations, bookings, all as a core function. The automation of appointment scheduling is becoming increasingly popular across a variety of industries, and as a direct effect of this automation, actually, the rates of no shows were brought down by 90% due to appointment reminders, which is a huge, especially if you're in those industries, right, where you depend on your person to show up. So, because we cannot all be at work, nor do we want to be at work 24/7, SignalWire's platform allows you to combine the capabilities you need all in one place. So, your AI voice agent is going to be flexible with built in easy options for text based or phone based scheduling. You can choose one of them, both of them, all in combination. You can equip your agent to send an SMS appointment confirmation right after they make the appointment. You can send reminders, you can send them updates, you can allow them to reschedule right from an SMS. The appointment scheduling software market is actually witnessing significant trends driven by the increased demand for a streamlined appointment management solution. That was a big word. One notable trend is the adoption of cloud based solutions. So, with remote and hybrid work and the need for flexibility, businesses are actually turning to cloud based solutions that offer accessibility from any location, any device that has internet connectivity. With SignalWire's cloud based infrastructure, you can not only manage appointments and calendars with your agents, but you can integrate that with your current system to pull customer data in real time. So if you have agents that are working from home, they don't need to be connected, to your office or hardwired in. You can pull all that information and connect via your CRMs. So this trend reflects a growing preference for scalable, cost-effective, and user-friendly solutions that are enhancing productivity and customer satisfaction. That's going to be one of the really common themes today is customer satisfaction. AI is being implemented across industries right now for their sales teams. So AI agents can analyze customer data, they can automate sales follow-ups, and optimize campaigns with real-time data. When they say time is money, they really are not kidding. Instead of finding another transcription, translation, or summarization service, you will find that features like this are already integrated all into our Call Fabric platform and available for AI agents to use. So we know that your time is precious and you do not need to be spending hours, days, or months trying to figure out how to integrate one more thing into your system. And as the buyer's journeys become more complex, sales teams must make better decisions more quickly. We've entered this era of hybrid selling where buyers now prefer to do research before purchasing. And in a lot of cases, and more often than not, they prefer not to talk to anybody. So we need to learn how to utilize these AI properties in the fastest way possible. So AI assisted sales enablement solutions are rapidly improving, and many of organizations understand the need to invest in these technologies. So right now, they're expecting companies implementing AI related solutions that they have grown 270% over the last 4 years, and 63% of executives reported revenue increases from AI adoption. You're going to see benefits like saving time, customization, pulling real time data from CRMs, gaining customer insights, all of that stuff. Again, it's going to lead back to customers being happy. The last one I really want to highlight is contact centers. So the implementation of AI voice agents and contact centers offers significant advantages in terms of cost savings, efficiency, and customer satisfaction, and really strategic data utilization. These factors make them an indispensable tool in modern contact center operations. So once you have your AI agent built, you can easily snap in place features like call queues, then scale it up. So if you want to handle 100 or maybe 1,000 calls all at once, your agent can handle those peak hours and alleviate your human agents from answering the repetitive customer calls. Then it will allow them to forward those more complex customers to the live agents for them to handle one-on-one. So all in all, your employees are not getting inundated with unnecessary questions. Your customers are then fast tracked to the solution that they need right away. Your costs are staying low, and really, it's a customer win, overall corporation win, and your individual agents. It's a win for them too. They're not going to feel overwhelmed. So we have battle tested the contact center scenarios here at SignalWire and currently have customers who have equipped their call centers with over 30,000 agents. Functionalities like call queues, voice and multi-party conferences, SDKs, they can all be used to build the CCaaS apps and extend your agent's capabilities. But capabilities like contextual awareness, keyword triggers, the sentiment analysis, those keep your AI agents human-like and aware of your customers' emotions. Alrighty, so this is where it gets fun. Let's talk about developer tools, right? So the biggest tool in SignalWire's arsenal is actually our global reach. So since communications is a global industry, our founders built SignalWire to be exactly that. We use our global POPs to ensure that comms always stay close to where it needs to be. It's global, it's redundant, and it can be flexible to deploy across different hyperscalers to accommodate both data residency or legal restrictions. We are compliant in several different, like GDPR, HIPAA, all of that. So really, with SignalWire's Call Fabric platform, you're getting fast deployment, easy integration, rapid scale, high reliability, global access, enhanced security, and all of that stuff. So you, though, are the master of your own journey. So the dev tools here at SignalWire leverage programmable unified communications. I mentioned that earlier. Our platform, upgrades your communication infrastructures, making features that you need for your use case possible all in one place. Things like text to speech for accessibility, multilingual customer support, real-time call transcription, voice-enabled IVRs, live agent assist, AI agent automation. All of these things are all possible and ready to go with the platform. So our platform, you're probably thinking, like, well, what, if you haven't played around with it and you haven't logged in yet, still there's time to do it. You can get in there and look and see how it's built out, how the UI is very user friendly. But it's not only just a platform built for global connectivity, it's designed to simplify. So whatever your project involves, whether it's AI, voice, video messaging, or all of the above, the Call Fabric platform enables interactions with your system or third-party apps and services. So for instance, your AI agent can talk to your internal CRM, but also can talk to the National Weather Database Services and pull real-time weather reports. And I know this will all make you very happy because that means that there is no rebuilding from scratch. So you can use Puck building blocks to implement or customize your apps and services. You can add a video room. You can add SIP endpoints with just a few clicks and build a secure, robust user onboarding and management system for your app or your service with our subscriber resources. All of these features that you see on the screen here are all built into the platform. You click it and then you go away. There's no coding anything from scratch on lines and lines and lines and lines of code. So our APIs, you're probably thinking, oh, okay, let's talk about APIs. So when you're building your AI agent, you are going to utilize our AI agent API. SignalWire's API gives you the tool or the tools to script AI behaviors, manage voice interactions, integrate directly with existing systems, everything I mentioned before, without the latency issues that typically will slow things down for you. You can handle real time transcriptions, route calls based on natural language input, build AI agents that respond dynamically to users. SignalWire's full stack API makes it super easy to develop the scalable, high performance AI applications that you need and want in one single all encompassing API. I always like to think of it as one API to rule them all, right? All right. So SignalWire markup language, which we refer to as SWIML. What I'd like to actually show you is our SWIML script editor. Let me see if I can switch my tabs here. Here we go. Okay. So this is our developer-friendly UI that simplifies the development process by leveraging SWIML. SignalWire's markup language simplifies the development process by layering intuitive controls over SWIML scripts, so eliminating the need for extensive coding. You don't need to stitch together a bunch of different solutions to create your next product. The thing I think that is fun about this is that I can take, let's see, this is just some code that I stole from a dev doc. I can pop this in, and I know some of you, let's go dark mode. Most people prefer the dark mode. You can pop in this script from anywhere, and it will kind of give you an idea of, okay, here's a red box over here, and it's a little tiny, but it will tell you where your errors are. So it's gonna completely cut down on you searching through all those lines of code to find, oh, I forgot to put an S on the end of a word, right? Or I misspelled it wrong, whatever it is that you've done, this is going to catch that for you. This is actually located within your SignalWire space. So for those, again, that are following along and playing around inside your SignalWire space, if you go to the Relay SWIML tab, you'll find this in there. And you can, in the code editor, excuse me, sorry. The code editor allows you to easily copy and paste the code into the platform, but it also allows you to develop the SWIML validation capabilities that you're going to need and want. So future revisions of this will actually be a more complete SWIML schema. So this is continuing to grow and get better, but you can use this now. Pop back over here. So you met SWIML. Now let's meet SWAIG. SWAIG is SignalWire's AI Gateway. So once you've learned to build the AI agent, you're going to now want to connect the agent to everything else that matters. SWAIG is that gateway to the world for your AI voice agent, connecting it to third-party APIs, different services, and in your databases. It allows your AI agent to integrate with your existing enterprise applications, allowing developers to easily fetch external data, perform actions like booking appointments, and even switching context during conversations. Yeah, thank you, Mark. We are going to talk more about this in our first demo, so hold tight. The last thing I do want to highlight is our DataSphere API. So this is the latest feature of AI voice agents that I want to highlight. It's our most recent addition, and it's an extremely important tool in our AI voice agent arsenal. So this API makes AI agents smarter by ensuring that they have real-time access to relevant, up-to-date information. That's going to allow for faster, smoother, and more accurate responses to your customers. So DataSphere is an advanced data retrieval capability, and that's going to give you control over the information versus you trusting things like public AI engines. Excuse me. So you're going to create, manage, tune your own proprietary knowledge base, and this custom database minimizes hallucinations when the AI agent is queried for specific information. So you can manage this knowledge base in real time and dynamically. There's no need to go back and rebuild every time you want to add or remove data. This is actually a really good cost-effective way to deploy and access information for your AI agent without adding a whole bunch of complexity, because simplification at the end of the day is what we do. Datasphere was designed and documented for easy integration into existing AI agent applications. It works with all of our AI agent tools, though, like SWAIG and Swiml, which is why we talked about them first. But it also allows you to pull data from multiple systems simultaneously. So, combined with what your AI agent learns from your own company's internal system, the additional data sources that you're allowing it access to, all of that combined, agents are going to create more personalized, accurate responses. They're not just pulling from one place, they're pulling from three or four, however many places you want them to pull that data from. And when it comes to our Datasphere API, you do want to make sure you choose the right chunking method. Some might be familiar with chunking, some may not, but the Datasphere API offers multiple chunking methods that suit different types of content. So you just want to adjust for whatever you're filling your AI agent with. Okay. Visual programming tools. This is the last one, and then we're going to get into demos. So get ready. And I have a very special guest that I'm very excited who's going to showcase something very new. So just hang tight one more minute. So if you do not want to code an agent from scratch, you do have the option to use a visual programming tool that is built within your SignalWire space called AI Agent Builder. It's going to allow you to build and manage quickly and easily. So unlike interactions through like a traditional clunky IVR, which require a ton of manual coding, these visual tools offer pre-programmed logic and easy to use APIs that let you create intelligent conversational AI solutions without needing deep AI expertise. So here's why it's cool. There is no complex coding. You can create an AI powered voice agent through Swiml, SignalWire's markup language, where all the logic, responses, and workflows are easily managed in a simple, readable JSON script. The real-time call flow management using our call flow builder, which is another visual programming tool, uses a drag and drop interface to design the call flows. So the call comes in, you tell it where you want it to go. It can connect to your recently created AI agent, and you just keep going from there. It's built to play nice with your existing stack, and AI agents with SignalWire easily integrate with the REST APIs, SIP lines, UCAS, CCAS platforms, you name it. You're not rebuilding your infrastructure. You're just layering on AI powered functionality that works with what you already have. And with AI Agent Builder, you can really very quickly iterate, test different conversation models, tweak the interactions, and adapt your AI agent without any downtime. We do have a deployment button. So when you go in there, you can tweak it. And if you're not ready to deploy it, you just don't deploy it. All right. The best part is our demos. Okay. So Kevin, the AI bartender. So please meet Kevin. He is our newest demo, and he uses Datasphere API. So before I call him, I'm going to show you. This is how we've chosen to, there we go, we did switch. This is how we've chosen to our chunking style, right? We've got a drink, because he's a bartender. We have a drink recipe on each page here. And so I'm actually going to give him a call, and he will only pull the information from these documents.
Hello, how can I assist you today? What drink would you like to make?
Hi, Kevin. Me and my ghoul friends are planning to have a Halloween party, and we wanted to serve zombies. How can I make that?
Great choice. To make a zombie cocktail, You'll need the following ingredients: 1 ounce of light rum, 3/4 of an ounce of dark rum, 3/4 of an ounce of apricot brandy, pineapple juice, orange juice, simple syrup, lime juice, and half an ounce of Bacardi 151. Use a hurricane glass and shake and strain the mixture over ice. For garnish, add a pineapple flag. Don't forget to float the dark rum and Bacardi 151 on top. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I think that covers it. Thank you. Okay. So it's very simple, but you can use this for tons and tons of different use cases. Imagine loading, you know, court cases or educational libraries into DataSphere and then allowing students to have access to them. They can easily ask the AI what it is that they need, and the AI will pull accurate information. It will not hallucinate and pull from anything from OpenAI. It's going to be correct and reliable. I'm actually going to throw the GitHub link to Kevin in the chat. So if you do want to look a little further into it, you can also give him a call yourself. That number is the number that I just called, and you can play around with Kevin, ask him for all kinds of drink recipes. And you'll notice, because we're so close to Halloween, that they are themed a little bit with Halloween. So this next one is my favorite one. So Bobby's Tables is a functional demo of a restaurant reservation system. However, right now Bobby has a fun Halloween twist to him. So I'm going to call Bobby and we are going to make a reservation. And you're welcome to also call if you want to do this yourself.
Welcome to Bobby's Table. How are you doing today? If you dare to share.
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am positively cackling with delight. Now, would you like to create, move, or cancel a reservation at my haunted table? Choose wisely.
I would like to make a reservation.
Ooh, a brave soul. Who will be haunted by this reservation?
Well, my coven of witches and I would like to make a reservation for 4 people.
A coven of witches. How delightful. On what cursed day do you wish to dine?
We would like to stop by on October 31st, please.
The 31st, a night of fright. And at what hour do the spirits stir for your gathering?
We're going to meet at 10 p.m.
10 o'clock it is. Now, is the number you're calling from the same one you want to use for the reservation?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, let me check if there's room at the table for your coven on the 31st at 10 p.m. to 1 moment, if you dare. The spirits have granted your wish. Now, let's seal the deal. I'll create a reservation for 4 witches on the 31st at 10 p.m. Do you agree?
Yes.
Hold on. Just a shiver in time. Your reservation is successfully created for your coven on the 31st at 10 p.m. Would you like me to send you a haunting message with the reservation details and a link to manage it?
I would, yes.
Beware. Summoning the information from the beyond. The haunting message has been sent. Your coven is all set for a spine-chilling evening. Is there anything else I can assist you with? Or shall we part ways until the witching hour?
We can part ways. Thank you. Okay. So, this is why I love the AI agents, because you can make them as fun as you want. And I really love Halloween. So when we gave Bobby's Tables this Halloween twist, I was like, we have to showcase it because he's so cool. But Len has thrown in some blogs and some other resources. Well, we can also throw in the GitHub for that as well. And it did send me a reservation text message, which has all my information. It has a link. And then because we have Bobby's tables set up, I can go in here and we can see reservations that have been made. So we did one earlier for Frankenstein. So Frankenstein has a reservation. It's very seamless, and like the text message. I'm not sure we can show it, but we can send out a view of it. But it does say your reservation at Bobby's Table is confirmed for 4 witches on October 31st at 10 p.m. You'll notice that she remembered through the entire conversation that we were a coven of witches. So, in addition to what's included in the GitHub repository, you will, for Bobby's Tables, need a web server, a database, SignalWire's APIs, and then a registered and approved campaign for an SMS. So just keep that in mind with this demo specifically. The website
So
is
one
used.
thing I do want to point out is
Yeah.
that all of these tools and functionalities are available on our platform. So for example, if you need to send an SMS, you can buy a number, register a campaign, do everything within the SignalWire environment.
Approach the problem, and you'll learn how to use our SignalWire AI Gateway.
We did have one question. It says, are there varying types of LLM models the voice agent offers, i.e. more cost effective versus more accurate?
Right now, we default to 4.0 Mini. It seems to be very capable of complex tasks and solving problems and actually, accomplishing the goals. You're not going to have it doing brain surgery over the phone or anything like that, but you're going to be able to have it take notes, take a message, after hours answering service, things like that without much problem.
Yeah, this goes back to the point that Chelsea made earlier in the presentation, which is today we're looking for practical applications where 70 to 90% of the work can be done by an AI agent, just like you saw in the demo, Bobby's Tables, the movie database, these kinds of things that will gather information or provide information. The gather information is really kind of the most important part from a product point of view, because now you can actually extend your call center, for example. So instead of having to hire 100 agents, you can hire one agent, a bot that does the work of 100 agents to gather the information beforehand, so that if there is some kind of thing that does require manual intervention or customer service, then the right agent can get to that, not 100 different agents.
We did have another question in the chat. It's Ernesto says, we're a contact center in the TAS industry using on-premise FreeSwitch. How easy can this integrate?
We actually have a blog on how to do this. I think Lynn wrote it.
You
You want to grab that, Lynn? Basically, you can terminate a call into SignalWire to a domain app and launch an AI agent, and we can transfer the call back to you when it's done.
That's actually one of the most important aspects of what we're doing. It's not just an OpenAI or DeepGram or something like that. Basically, we provide all the infrastructure to make and receive calls, to do translations and transcriptions and all of that stuff on the same platform. So once you decide you want to create an agent, you can create an agent, whether it's a complex one or a simple one, and then just buy a phone number, put it on there, add translation services through the API. That's the benefit of what you're getting in the SignalWire platform, as opposed to just an AI agent.
Yeah. As far as I know, like I said in the beginning, we're the only turnkey out there, and I've seen a lot of snake oil in the AI agent world where you see the endpoint can turn around being instant, or it's been edited out. The demos we did today were live, and I do have to say Bobby's Table is a little wordy on purpose because I made it a bit more wordy as a result of being for Halloween. So that prompt allowed her to get a little, the temperature is real high and the probability is real high, and a lot of variability within that particular agent. And I'm going to rewrite Bobby's Table also in Python so that it is more relatable than the Perl I originally wrote all of those in. So every one of our published demos that I have written personally in Perl, we're going to revisit and make those in Python in a nice framework, just like we did the Zendesk example and the MovieBot example. It's going to be the same layout. And then I'm going to do a starter kit so that you can get started with it that has a frame, the scaffolding and everything and a function already in there where you could just take it and run with it without having to go build everything up yourself.
Brian, there's a great question, kind of a deep dive question here from Jared Dempsey.
Okay, Jared. Yeah, we do actually have something for this. We have what's called context and steps, where you could do a guided tour through the conversation flow that you want. And you have a lot of options. That documentation for that is not published yet, but it is almost complete. I've got some work to do on that. Yeah, Dev, it's complete. It's just not published yet. But it does allow, we've already gotten it out there. Okay.
Surprise, it's published.
Yeah, beat us to the punch. That's why I was stalling a little bit. I was hoping Devin would pipe in.
Yes, good. He did get it in there. I didn't see it this morning when I was looking, so I didn't want to say anything without it being out there. But we do have context and steps, and it does allow you some flexibility in putting some guardrails on where you want to go. We also have metadata options where you can store, like I'm going to do an update to the Zendesk application to add some use cases for using the metadata. For example, I want to, like when you do the get list of tickets and the user authenticates, I'm going to store all of their open ticket numbers within the metadata. So if the user decides I want to close a ticket that's not mine, it'll be able to, the backend function that for closed ticket gets access to that metadata. The AI doesn't know it's there, but the function will get that metadata. And if the ticket you're trying to close isn't in that list of tickets that was set at the metadata start, it'll just deny you. So it's a use example that I'm going to do another how-to on. We're going to step and add that to there. So just kind of show that off as well.
One thing that we didn't really talk a lot about, although we sort of showed the value and how we did, for example, the bartender demo, is Datasphere is really a powerful tool because you can tune and create and manage the databases that you are interested on your own. So the idea of a hallucination, which is something that it's kind of a common term used for, it looks like real answers, but it's not real answers from some real database. So the point is that we can eliminate all of that stuff in your custom database with your custom data. It's more important that you have access to your information than you have access to the wide open internet. And SWAIG is how you get, the open, wide open internet. But Datasphere is how you store and gather and tag all the information that you want for your custom purposes.
It's literally what made Google, and it allows your Datasphere is only going to be as good as your input data. It's GeiCo. It's completely, if you give it garbage, you're going to get garbage out. But if you, like the drink menu we did for Kevin the bartender, I purposely went and processed the entire document to change like 1/2 to 1/2, so it would speak better. So you can come in and pre-process your documents to get a better outcome, and then put those in Datasphere and use those to answer questions that your end users are asking. You could vectorize your entire frequently asked questions by one question per page if you wanted to. That's an easy chunking strategy. And it's an easy way for you to ensure that your document, that page contains only the data for the question asked. And then you're able to have the AI agent pretty much use your frequently asked questions to answer anything as long as it's in the database. And the way that the data is returned, it's the example like we did for Kevin is use this information and use only this information to answer the user's query. And the LLM will process that and then use that information which came from your Datasphere and only that data to answer that question that the end user has asked. So the chances of hallucinating are very low. You're not going to give away plane tickets and cars and things like that, which when that, that's, what you don't want to have happen.
We
and
are.
the final thing I want to
So I know that
Oh,
people,
sorry
if
about
you have
that.
to, no, that's okay. If people have to drop, we can continue answering questions for sure. It just,
Yeah, the
everything's going to
final
continue to be recorded. So if you do need to leave, we will send you the recording.
perfect. The final thing I wanted to say about DataSphere was that today it's only available via API. There's some blog post out there right now on the website, so that it will teach you how to actually use the API and use curl even for that. But we are working on a UI so that you can actually manage documents and tag them in a UI.
Big things coming. Do we have any other questions? Anything lingering? Sounds like we might be good. Again, thank you everybody for joining us. Thanks, Jared. We will send out the recording to you guys before the end of the week. And in the meantime, if you do have any questions, our support team is ready to help. You can always contact myself. I will put my email address in the chat if you would like to reach out. If you have feedback, myself and Mark would love to hear it. Brian and his team are here to assist. So if you do want to chat one-on-one with them again, you can also open a support ticket if you need assistance, or join us for that office hours next Wednesday. I appreciate you guys all being here, and we will see you next time.